Then are you in the C9 workspace?
I am. Well, did you send me the invite?
You should already have the invite, but let me try again. You already have access, so do you want me to send? Do you want me to send the link?
Yeah, can you send it again? I don't remember what I did last time.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. Try this one.
I mean, I think last time I just checked my email.
Okay.
Let me try that. Let me just click on that link.
Does it work?
Yeah, I think, yeah, okay.
Great. So I did some, great. So I did some layout changes in my C9 workspace so that we have our terminal and the editor side by side.
Okay, cool.
And the way I'm thinking of switching the driver and navigator role is that we do one test at a time. Like I'll try to write some code to pass one test, and then you can switch and you can do the next one.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
So do you want to start?
Okay, sure. So I'll just remove this test that we had wrote, because now we are using RSpec to execute the test, so we don't need this one.
Right.
And our sum function worked pretty fine. Now we need to work on the max2 sum.
Yeah.
So
let me just pull up the. Sorry, I was just gonna say I'm just gonna pull up the GitHub page for the assignment so I can read the description.
Yeah, sure. I should have done that.
All right, found it.
Do you have the link? Okay, yeah, found it.
Okay.
So the second method takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of its two largest elements. For an empty array, it should return 0. For an array with just one element, it should return that element. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that, I have two variables, max1 and max2.
Yeah.
Let's say max1 is equal to 0, max2 is equal to 0, and then we do array each and pass it a block. So I need to check out the syntax of array each.
Yeah, you can put, if you're gonna use the curly brackets, you can just put the pipe characters with the variable.
Yeah, right. So yeah, and then we have that x. So I'll just say if x is greater than max1.
Okay.
Then we'll need to curly braces, or we can just say then max1 is equal to x, and else if x is greater than max2, and max2 is equal to x. and then after each block will just return max1 and max2. So I'm not sure if it's syntactically correct, because
You have to put an end after the else if.
right. So let's try the test and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So I'm not seeing the shell stuff on my Cloud9 thing for some reason. Is that's the bash shell, right? That you have on the right? Yeah. So I don't know why it's not showing up.
so do you see the shell or not?
I see it in your Hangout screen. I just don't see it on my. Last time I was able to see your shell
So
on my Cloud9,
let
but I
let
don't
me
see it right now.
let me try to open up the shell again. Maybe it can help.
Okay.
So last time I got a prompt that my shell,
So you're sharing the shell.
yeah. So now it should be shared. So can you try to write? Do you see the shell or not? Not on Hangout.
I Yeah, no, I let me try closing my shell and opening new terminal.
Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep. Can you
All right,
try
great.
writing something?
Oh,
Just
wait, no, that didn't work. I did write something. It didn't show up in yours. That's weird though because
I
it
can
is yours.
I can see two shells in the sharing panel. So maybe, yeah,
Oh,
yes.
there we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'll just close this one.
Okay.
Yep. So this is the prompt that I got last time. So because we are sharing, the shell doesn't display in full screen. So maybe I can
Yeah,
change.
actually, the reason that happens is that you want to do the vertical split, right? So if I do that, then it'll work because we have to have the same layout.
Yeah. Okay. So I did the uh, horizontal split.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just okay.
Yep. It's working. Yep.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. So
All
I'll
right.
just,
I'm on my laptop right now, so it's a bit small, probably because of that.
okay, no problem. I think we can live with this. So yeah. Spec part one. Spec. Okay. Still we have some issues. Okay. No. Can't scroll.
Maybe pipe to less, but then you'll lose all the color. Uh, you can't scroll.
Nope. Mhm.
All right, let me see. Rather just make.
Uh, no, still doesn't work. I'm trying to change the layout if that helps. Okay, so if you see on your Hangout screen, I have the bash uh, in its own screen. Maybe
Yeah.
you can do that too.
Yeah, mine is in its own, like it's in its own tab.
Okay.
Or do you mean just maximizer or something? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, fine. But still not able to scroll. Uh,
yeah, I guess the scrolling is not. Well, if you pipe it to less, it's just gonna screw up the color.
that's okay. Maybe we'll read out. So how do I pipe again? Just less.
Yeah, just yeah. That's weird. Didn't really work out so well. I just press Q. It's formatting is all messed up.
Mhm.
Maybe you can. I'll just look at your thing. Just if you open your own non-shared bash,
Okay.
just for the RSpec part, and I'll just look at the Hangouts on Air. See what
Okay.
you're doing.
Yeah, we can do that. Sure. Yeah, I got my scroll back.
Okay.
So if you see on your Hangout, it says that we basically passed 4 out of the 5 tests, and only one is failing. It says that returns the correct sum is failed. Um, if you see on the aspect, um, so we have 2 cases. There's a negative number scenario,
Yeah.
and it's expecting the sum to be -1. So because I guess we started from zero, so we didn't really get the negative numbers.
Right.
So do you want to fix that?
Yeah. Sure.
Mhm.
So, what value should I start with? For
Uh, I'm thinking maybe we can take the first value of the array, but
the first value,
but will that help? I'm not sure.
I mean, so I know in Python I would use negative infinity to show
Uh-huh.
convert to float. I wanted the minimum value. I don't know how to do that in Ruby though.
We can always check out the docs.
Yeah, sure.
Negative infinity. So it's I think It says float. Do you see the hangout?
Yeah.
Float colon colon infinity in all caps.
Okay. So I'm just in IRB on the. Are we sharing this back shell? Do you see the shell?
Mm, I'm not sure. You should not be having access to the shell because I revoked the
Oh
access.
yeah.
Mhm. Do you
So
want
I'm
me?
just trying to play around.
I'm just giving you the
Yeah.
access.
Oh, okay.
We have two shells. Which one are you working on?
I just opened a new one.
Oh, no problem.
What just happened? Uh, yeah. Try. Or sorry, one sec. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay, yeah, fine.
So we have the float class.
Mhm. It says two colons, uh, two times colon. So I'm not sure, what syntax is this? Is this calling like a static instance of a class?
Yeah, think I think the two colons is yeah, I'm not really sure how that works. So infinity.
Or we can just create our own negative infinity by dividing -1 with 0. Uh,
-1 divided.
floating point 0 and floating point 1.
Weird.
Mm,
So why am I not getting anything back?
it should be. Huh.
Oops, I need a space.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, so that's what I want.
Great. So let's get back to our code.
All right, so I can write -1. Oh, sorry, floating divided by. Oops. Should I save it?
Yeah, sure. And you can run the test also.
Okay.
Mm, or
This
let,
thing.
let, let me try if I can run the test.
All right.
Okay. So now it still doesn't work. It says we are failing the same test, returns the correct sum. What might be the reason? Uh,
Did that have two failures that weren't there before?
yeah.
What were those?
So let me show you. So we before we were passing this test,
Yeah.
but now we're not passing. But we'll look into those later. First, let's try to fix this one.
Yeah. Okay. So returns the correct sum is not happening still.
And it says that um, to be a kind of fixed norm. And so I'm not sure why this is not working, because um, um, so when let's say we have one, is there can be a problem with the data type, that it's not a fixed num, do you think? Because let's say when we are looping through the array, elements of the array, first we have 1 2 3 and 4 5. Let's go through the code and what see what it's doing. We have
Yeah.
negative infinity in max 1 and max 2, and then we have 1 2 3 and 4 5 coming on this x variable. So
Yeah.
what greater than max 1? So we set max 1 to 1, and uh, then we exit this if block.
Yeah.
Next time we have 2, 2 is greater than 1. Mhm. So you see, we are never setting the max 2
The,
variable.
yeah. So maybe we can change that else if into change that conditional.
Yeah, yeah, right. So let's say if we have, first we check if x is greater than max 2, and x is greater than max 1, then we know that it's both greater than max 1 and max 2. So
Yep.
we are setting max 1 to x, and just if it is greater than max 2, oh, so does it solve the problem?
I'm not sure. I think if a somewhat easier way to do it would just be if we sorted the array.
Mm-hmm.
And say you sort it in, I don't know, well, descending
Descending.
order, or yeah, sure, descending order. Take the first two elements and you sum those.
Yeah,
That
I
should be the
yeah
max, and then
yeah that I think that is a pretty clever way. Yeah.
so I'm not sure. I think array dot sort should do it. We could try that. Are
Mm.
we switching roles?
Um,
Do
I
you want
think
to do that?
you can do that.
All right.
Meanwhile,
So
I'll check the syntax. So array dot sort just sorts the in ascending order.
okay,
So the-
array dot sort.
yeah, it will just sort in ascending order, but we need the descending one. So let me see the docs if I can find the sort method. Yes, I found it. And maybe we can try the um, sort in place method.
Okay.
And so if you see on your Hangout screen, I have the docs open. and the syntax for having it in descending order is bit different. We have to pass it a block
Okay.
and have x and y, and then um, have this y is greater than or equal to x symbol. Do you see it?
All right. Yeah, I see it. So we have array.sort, and then we have the block, right?
Right.
And then x comma y, and y x.
Yeah.
So
You can get rid of the max one and max two. Yeah.
right. So
And
if
then
we just set this to some, oh yeah, like you said, do that in place,
right.
and then we can just do array 0 plus array 1,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Try that. You can run the test because
Yeah. Sure.
you have the curling power. Ah, it looks like it still didn't work.
So we have to return zero if array is empty.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have not,
Yeah, you can do that.
considered that. Yeah, I'll just switch. We'll just switch our role, and I'll try
Yep.
to take care of that case. So if we have an empty array, we'll just have nil in array zero and array one.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can have a conditional checking that if both of these are nil, we'll just return zero.
Wouldn't it be better to do the check on array at the top? Or
Like return zero, less
yeah.
error.
So yeah.
Should this be unless or empty? Unless or if.
Yeah, if retain 0 if their array is empty.
So I'll just
Although yeah, I guess that should work.
yeah. So yeah, we have passed four out of the five test cases. We just have to take care of the last one. It says returns the value of the element if just one element. So we have to take care of the case when there's just one element in the array.
Yeah.
So maybe you
So
want to write code for that.
sure. So what would you do?
So we have just one element in our array, and array 0 will have that element, and array 1 would return nil. So rather than mhm, um,
Rather than checking for an empty array, you wanna
mm,
sorry, what were you gonna say?
so rather than checking for the length equal to one array, can we have a more general solution?
Sure.
So if it is an empty array, we'll have array 0 is equal to nil. If it is an one element array, we'll have array 1 nil. So maybe we can have two variables like we did before, and
Okay.
then then uh, say like max 1 and max 2 after we did the sorting.
After sorting.
Yeah. So we'll
So, so max 1.
is equal to array 0 or max 2 equal to array 1, but we need to check for nil values in these cases.
Okay.
So um,
It's equal to array 0
or
if
0, or we can use the or operator, the double pipes, because if
so over here, if array 0 is nil, then
then
we're gonna have array 1.
uh, I was thinking about 0.
Sorry, what? What
So
do you,
I'm thinking max 1 equal to array 0 or 0.
okay.
So if array 0 is nil, then we'll evaluate the right hand part of the OR expression, and max 1 will be 0.
Okay.
And then same thing with max 2, but with array 1.
My laptop is not cooperating right now. Like that?
Yeah. So let's go through if we can remove the return 0 if array is empty. So if
Okay.
array is empty, our array 0 will return nil. So we'll have max 1 is equal to 0. And array 1 will also be nil. So max 2 will also be 0. If in the case the array is empty.
Yeah.
So if we now return max 1 plus max 2,
Try that.
yeah. So when there's just one element, our max 1 will be equal to array 0 and max 2 will just be 0. So that case should also work when there's only one element in our array.
Yeah.
Mm. Should I run the test?
Yeah.
Yes, that worked. And
Cool.
we are passing all the test cases.
Great.
Okay, so we'll have to move in the next problem. It says define a method sum to n, which takes an array and an integer, and that takes an array of integers and an additional integer n as arguments, and returns true if any two elements in the array of integers sum to n. Should return false for any value of n by definition. Okay,
Okay.
so sum to n for blank arrays should return false for any value of n. Okay, so we'll go to the Ruby. We have an array and we have to find if any two values of any two elements of array sum to n, and for blank array will just return 0.
Yeah. So this, I think this pretty much has to be in quadratic time at least,
Uh,
polynomial,
uh,
right? I mean, there's no way to make it
yeah,
more efficient.
um, at
You
first,
have to pretty much test every pair.
yeah, we have to pretty much find out all the combinations.
Yeah.
So, let's try that. So I'll just return 0 if our array is empty,
Okay.
and if it is not, then uh, how do we go about you know, having all the combinations. I saw some uh, combination method on array class. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
So there's a combination method of in an array class. So it yields all the combination of length of n of elements from array and then returns the array itself.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
okay, so if we use something like this, we'll have all the combination of this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. So let's try that. So dot combination two to array. Yeah. So it gives us an array of arrays.
Yeah.
So maybe if we loop through each and we have all the
I
variables.
think you don't
Yeah.
really need to use that because it's already an enumerator. When oh, actually, so the 2A and then the dot each.
Mhm.
Or why don't maybe you can try it in the IRB thing to see what
Yes.
happens.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because instead of putting the two array and then the dot each, two each or each, you can just
Mhm.
write the combination bracket two,
Let's
and then
try. Let's try in an array and see what happens.
yeah,
So it's just an enumerator, and
yeah.
so
So if you put a block ahead of it,
yeah. So you're saying we can cancel out this both.
yeah, and you can put the two variables x and y, which are gonna be your the two the two values basically that you're gonna be looping over. I believe that's how it should work.
Mm, hmm. So let's try
It's
this
kind of
on.
like in Python if you were using zip, right? Or a dictionary, you loop over the key and value of this. Yeah, just try it and see if it works. Just maybe puts x, y, or print. So what that's
Yeah,
weird.
I think it worked because we didn't have any separator before print. If we
Oh
just
yeah, it's one. It does it say 1 2 3 1 2 3? I can't or one. What does it say? One two
yeah,
one three two.
one two
Oh right
one,
right.
yeah, it worked,
Yep
and
yep
then it returns the array itself.
yep.
So let's say then we have to just return true if x plus y is equal to n,
Yeah
and then return false if we still have not returned, just to make sure.
yeah.
and we have to return false if array is empty. So I'll just run those tests,
Okay.
see if we can. Yay.
Oh, that first try.
Yeah, yeah,
Very good. I think we're getting better at this.
yeah. Okay, so next we'll move to part two, or do you want to do it in a later session?
let me just take a look. Part 2 strings it. Oh, this is regular expressions. Your area of expertise.
Not really.
uh, well, I think this shouldn't take very long, but or I don't know. I haven't really looked at it, but I
Okay.
think maybe you can just do it next time. I'm pretty tired. I woke up really early. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe you wake up at that time every day, but
No, no, that's fine. I think we made pretty good progress in today's session.
yeah,
So, do you want to have this session tomorrow the same time? Because
yeah,
it's
sure. If you can make it a little earlier, like 8:30 or
yeah,
around that time.
8:30 is fine.
Yeah. I actually I think that was our original plan, but I kind of went off to do some stuff. Yeah,
Uh,
8:30 would be better. I'll be a bit more alert.
yeah, that's fine. I'll just stop the broadcast and we can chat for a while.
Okay.